Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan from Northern Perspective here, live on Parliament Hill. We have even more breaking news this morning. What we're hearing is that there are rumors that three more cabinet ministers may be resigning from Mark Carney's cabinet. Who are those three? That would be Bill Blair, Jonathan Wilkinson, and the one and only Steven Guilbeault. So it seems that what they're hoping to do is they're hoping to resign from cabinet and get a cushy little appointment like Chrystia Freeland seems to be getting. We have confirmed that Chrystia Freeland is still going to be maintaining a position as Member of Parliament, but she has indeed said that she will not be running in the next election. So isn't that nice for the people that actually voted for her, volunteered for her, and worked their butts off to get her elected? Months after she was actually elected, she said, yeah, I don't really want this job, but thanks anyway, and I'm still going to collect the almost $200,000 salary for being a Member of Parliament to stay here anyway. Now, it seems like this is what's going to happen with Bill Blair, Steven Guilbeault, and Jonathan Wilkinson. Why are they going to be resigning? Well, as we mentioned to you about a week or two ago, the Liberal caucus is fractured, and it is fractured deeper than we probably thought. Because not only do you have over 80% of the Liberals that did not vote or did not sign Anthony Housefather's letter to condemn anti-Semitism, and that's all they needed to do. Only 32 Liberals signed it. You now have this environmental group inside the Liberals that don't seem to be happy that Mark Carney is thinking about at least scrapping, suspending, who knows? We won't know until the 60 days is up for the EV mandates. And now that there's pressure via a parliamentary petition that we brought forth to actually get rid of it altogether, there seems to be some heat being turned up on the environmental group in the Liberal caucus. So, what does this mean? Well, it means that, like behind me, the foundation of Parliament was getting very unstable. It was threatening collapse, and that's why they had to put forth this major project to actually restore the foundation. And in doing so, they're going to be adding a whole bunch of improvements at the same time. Well, that's basically the foundation of Mark Carney's cabinet now. It is not a foundation of bedrock. It seems to be a foundation of unstable sand. So you have these Liberal MPs that are part of cabinet. They're not even a year in, and now they're jumping ship. They don't seem to like what Mark Carney is doing. They don't seem to like where the Liberals are going. And this is the question for all Canadians. Well, if the government itself doesn't even have confidence in itself, why should Canadians have confidence in this government? This is the fascinating point about the state of Mark Carney's government. This is supposed to be the honeymoon phase. It's supposed to be the time where all of the policies get kicked into high gear. But this is what's happening. Nothing is getting done, and they're not listening to Canadians. Mark Carney seems intent on only getting rich, and his caucus seems to be dropping like flies around him. So this is a fascinating start to the fall session. Now, as I said, these are rumors, but they are well-reported rumors, and we have no reason to believe that they are going to turn out to be false unless Mark Carney tries to run some sort of damage control and reverses his stance on some of these environmental policies, so we're back to the Steven Guilbeault era of no compromise, put Canadians into poverty in order to actually, quote-unquote, save the environment. But apparently when we save the environment, that's only for Canada. We live in an alleged bubble where if we do things, it's going to affect the climate of Canada, but nowhere else on the planet, according to the rest of the science. This is the issue with the whole Liberal agenda on the environment. So this is what we have, folks. And we are going to be watching very closely to see how this develops. But this is unreal. I have never seen a government with this many people dropping from cabinet this fast. And if you recall the last time this happened right before Justin Trudeau was actually ousted as Prime Minister of Canada. So we'll see what happens, folks, but things are developing very quickly here on Parliament Hill in the first week of the fall session. As we said, this is going to be the most significant fall session in recent memory, and so far, that's proving to be the case.